Hey, hi everyone. Good morning all. Okay. Okay. So right after the session, right after a demo, this will be your first session. So as part of this first session, what we're going to do is we're going to create your first as a AWS account. Okay. I don't know how many people have it. If you have, well and good. If you don't have, we need an AWS account. Okay. To start the practical part. AWS account creation. So we will be visiting your http://aws.amazon.com. Okay. Second one. Okay. Second step we need. Okay. As we need to start your Linux administration. Okay. As we need to start your Linux administration. Okay. Okay. We need to know at least how to launch or create an instance, create an EC2 instance. Okay. And third is how to connect an EC2 instance, so that we can start your Linux admin practicals. Okay, we'll go into the cloud slowly, but at least to start the Linux, first we need an account and we should know how to create a machine. Okay, now, so to create an account, okay, to create this account, first you need your email ID. Email, email ID. So it can be a Gmail. Second thing, you need a phone number. Okay, so this is for your validation of the account, or you can say for verification. This phone number is for the verification of the account. Third one is your PAN card. So this is also for verification of account. PAN card is mandatory now. And then you need and debit to credit card. So this is also for verification of account. Okay, this is also a verification account at this. Okay, so here what will happen? They'll take your rupees 2. Okay, they'll do a transaction of rupees 2, and then they will okay revert. Okay, revert after 2 hours. After 2 hours, they'll revert back your. Okay, they'll revert back. So what are the transaction of 2 rupees they've done it? They'll revert back that 2 rupees after 2 hours. Okay, and without a knowledge, no amount will be deducted. Without a knowledge, no amount will be deducted by your AWS. Right? And this account which you're creating now is a free tier account. That's one of your free tier account, and this free tier account is given for 6 months. Okay. 6 months of time they'll provide you with certain credits. Okay, with certain credits they'll provide. Right. So let's visit this. website and let's see. Yes. Okay, let's move. So move to this account, aws.amazon.com. aws.amazon.com. Okay. Mm, mm. Create an account. Maybe they have started some new page here. Actually, you should get a free page here. You should get something called a free sign in. Fine, no worries. However, it is really free only. So basically, maybe they have changed their page. So basically, you get like started with free or something. Okay, so now try your no cost for up to 6 months. Okay, so they're giving you some 6 months of time. So from here, okay, you can also, if you want to see something like what is free, what you can just type is here free. This is how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks. So your free plan. Okay, so go slash free. You'll see like what free they're giving you as part of your AWS account, right? So giving you dollar. Say this is how it will be. Create a free account. The same page it will revert you back. Okay. Maybe they just updated their changes. So you can go to your free account and from there you can start registering. Better you add it here to avoid confusion. You can just add slash free so that you land on the free page and from there you'll proceed here, right? So now enter email ID, give an email ID, is root email ID is an email ID which you need to give and a short account name. So you can give any short account name, email ID, verify email. Okay, once you verify email, okay, you can proceed and proceed with this documentation because with one email ID, one phone number, one PAN card, one debit card, you can only create one account. You cannot create multiple accounts. You cannot create multiple accounts. Okay. No. So proceed. Okay. Once you click on the free account, once you verify email ID, right after once you verify email ID, what you'll be doing is you'll be proceeding with this documentation and you'll be creating a password. Create a new password. Okay, and now next is you'll go with your personal account and fill all the personal details. Okay, so go with the personal details, not as your company names. So go with your personal details, but fill according to any of the address proof. Either take your PAN card, your passport, whatever it is, take it as a address proof reference and then fill accordingly. Why? Because if you fill half address and you don't provide a proper address, again, email will be reverted back for you to upload an proper address. Okay, and then PAN card you have to upload a soft copy. It will ask you. Okay, and then go for the payment. It will ask you the payment details. So payment is just to verify whether you're a genuine user or not. Okay, it will not take any amount without your knowledge. Without your knowledge, it will not take any amount. Verify, and then confirm your identity via phone number. Go with the whichever country you are, enter your details. Okay, verify your phone number. A 4-digit will come. Okay, verify your code and then verify your code and then your identity will be verified. And now come to the support plan. Now come to the support plan, select the free plan and your account is created. Fine. And now launch, go back to your console, right? Either you'll get this kind of a page, sign into console, or if you're on the same page, you'll get sign into the existing account, right? So once your account is created, it will be existing account. Okay. So sign up, sign into the console. And just this is just a, my role is student. I'm interested in software. Okay, and then finally you'll able to log in. Finally, you'll able to see this kind of a login. You'll able to see this kind of a login when you log in for the first time. When you log in for the first time, so sign in using a root email ID. This is what you'll see. This is what you'll able to see. This is what you'll able to see it here, which is here. So okay, so hardly like 5 to 6 steps are there. Okay, so first give your email ID properly. Give a short name. Create a password for your account. Okay, and then enter your personal details, account address book, upload a PAN card, soft copy of PAN card, make a payment details. Okay, then your identity, confirm your identity. Okay, and then enter your OTP which is generated support plan, which is a basic. Okay. And finally console, sign into the console. Finally sign into the console. Okay, once you sign into the console, okay, you'll be logging into your AWS account. Okay, you'll be logging into AWS account. This is how your AWS account will be look. This is how your AWS account will look. Console home. You'll not see this recent visitor. It will be empty for you. Okay, but rest of the details you'll able to see. Rest of the details you'll able to see it. Right. So first create an account. Okay, so that we can start a practical one. Now once your account is ready, okay, once account is ready, and also at the time of registration, it might ask you for your MFA multi-factor. So this authenticator, which you select authenticator, which you select the authenticator, this would be your authenticator. Okay. So select that and then you have to select your Google authenticator. Okay. So in your mobile, right, you have to put a Google authenticator. You have to put your mobile in your phone, you have to put Google authenticator. Okay. This is how the app will look with this symbol, right? With this symbol, the app will look. Okay. This is how the symbol will be there. So in your Android or if you have like Apple phone, so go with this app, install it. It will ask you to configure that. So it will give you like, you can click on this plus symbol. If you find there will be a plus symbol here. Okay, if you see this, you'll find something called a plus symbol here. Okay, and this you find this kind of a plus symbol, right? So there's a plus symbol. You will not find these numbers, you'll find this plus symbol. Add that, scan that from AWS account, and finally you'll get these numbers. So enter the OTPs, it will ask you to enter the OTPs. Okay, so enter your OTP, verify authenticator. So every time you log in, it will ask you this kind of a OTP, a fresh OTP will ask you every time from this app. Okay, so that this is a two-factor authentication which is there, so that your account is secure, to that account is secure. Okay, maybe initially it will not come, it will give you a grace period of some 7 days or 1 month of time, and then it will ask you that. Okay, if it is asking, well and good. If it is not asking, it will take 7 days or 10 days of time, and then it will ask you to do that. Now your account is ready. Okay, then how to launch a machine. Okay, so very first, what is an EC2? What do you mean by the EC2? EC2 is one of the modern elastic compute cloud. Elastic compute cloud. Okay, so this is a module. Okay, this is a module. Okay, in your AWS, which is a, so basically this is an infrastructure module. We use a word called infrastructure module. Okay, infrastructure module. Basically, this contains your network. Okay, this contains some network. some compute and storage. Okay. This is what it contains as part of this. Okay, this is what it contains. This is one of the infrastructure module. And what do you mean by instance? What do you mean by instance? Instance means machine. Instance means machine. So people will call it as a virtual machine. Okay. People will call it as a virtual server. People will call it as a physical machine or physical server. Or some people will call it as, okay, the word instance, or some people will call it as box. Okay, Linux box, etc. things. Okay, we'll call it. So, but end of the day, it's a machine. End of the day, it's a machine. Okay, so instance means machine. Now let's see how to launch a machine, how to create a machine. Okay, so keep a note here. Always be in single region. So there are almost 36 regions which you have. Okay, among that be in a single region. Okay, so if you see right hand side, you'll find something called regions. So this regions, you have multiple regions: Virginia, Ohio, California, okay, Oregon, Mumbai, okay, your Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo, okay, so multiple is there, right? So among this, select any one of the region, okay, be in any one of the region, either you be in Mumbai, you be in Ohio, you be in California, wherever you want to be, but throughout the course, be in single region. Every time you log into your account, first check are you in the right region or not, okay? Why I'm saying, because all the regions are same, okay? Don't misuse your Freeter account, like your Freeter account, like they give you certain credits. If you just create something in some region and later you go for some other region and do your activity, what will happen? In the backend, all the Freeter will credits will get exceed, and then you need to start your billing account. Okay, that's only the reason. Now, once you select your region, now let's see the steps for creating an EC2 EC2. Okay. Look for EC2. Once you click on EC2, you land on this page. You can read about EC2 more. You get a lot of information about EC2. You can read about it. Okay. Now click on the dashboard. This is what you see. This is what you see. So here, keep a note that all the resource count should be 0 except one security group. Okay. Except one security group. So keep a note that, okay, all resources count should be 0 security group. So the security group is nothing but a firewall rule. It's one of the firewall rule. Okay. It's one of the firewall rules. Security group is nothing but firewall rule, which will be by default. Okay. By default, because we're using a default network. We are using a default network. So this is a default firewall rule. Default firewall rule. You cannot delete it. It is by default in your system. No. Launch instance. To get started, launch an EC2 instance, which is a virtual server. That's why I told you. Instance is nothing but a server or a machine, or they will call with different naming conventions. So end of the day, instance is nothing but a machine. Okay. So let's name it as a, let's give a name. So very first you have name and tag. So give any naming convention. This naming convention, what you're giving, it is for your understanding. Okay. For you to identify a machine, you can say it's a test server, it's a prod machine, it's a sandbox machine, it's a pre-prod machine, or you can say it's a customer related machine, or it's a DB machine, etc. things, right? You can give, or you call it as a web server or Linux machine, whatever you want to call it, right? So it's just a name you to identify your machine properly. So give any name. Second is application on OS image. What is this application on OS image? What do you mean by application on OS image? So application on OS image is nothing but this is your operating system. You give your operating system details, OS details. So you can mention your Red Hat here. You can mention your Ubuntu here. You can mention your Amazon Linux here. Okay. Or if you want, you can also prefer your Windows here. So whichever you want to prefer, you can prefer it. So while we'll keep it standard because we're going with Linux. So we'll keep your Red Hat. Right now we'll be keeping your Red Hat. We'll be going with your Red Hat. So this is your, they call it as AMI. In short form, they call Amazon Machine Image. Okay, they call AMI. Why they're calling AMI? Because there are a lot of customized images available here. There are a lot of customized operating system images available here. Okay. Now come down, you'll find something called instance type. Now, what is this instance type, right? So this instance type is nothing but, okay, whenever you purchase a laptop or whenever you purchase a phone, you decide, right? I want this much CPU RAM. I want this much 8-core CPU, 16 GB RAM, etc. things, right? Similarly, here also they give you something called two vCPU and 1 GB RAM. So why it is called vCPU? Virtual CPU, because it's virtually created. So virtual CPU. Okay. So T3 micro is a family, two vCPU, 1 GB RAM. Okay, which is a free type. Again, you can increase your size. Okay, based on the need, based on the increase the size, but that will be chargeable. That will be chargeable. No. Next is your key pair. Now, if you want to log into your laptop or if you want to log into machine, you need a login pair, right? So here they don't provide you username password. They don't provide you username password. Instead, what they do is they provide you a key. So there's something called PEM key and .ppk. So two formats of keys are there. PEM key and format key. This one. So this is used by putty tool. PPK is used for putty tool, and PEM is used for your OpenSSH tool. OpenSSH tools. OpenSSH tools. So what are OpenSSH tools? Like your AWS Cloud Shell. Okay. Your command prompt. Or if you have Mac, go with terminal, or you can use a Git bash, or you can use your mobile stuff. Sorry. Fine. So we need to create any one of the key pair. Okay. Without a key pair, it's not recommended. So you need to create a key pair. So let's go and create a key pair. For the first time, we'll create a PEM one. Second time, we'll create PPK. So give a name. Okay. Okay. So I'll give NUS, North US. Okay. North US, Virginia PEM key. Just to identify it properly, I'm giving it properly. North US, Virginia PEM key. Okay. And then type is RSA. Okay. Private key is PEM. So what is this type RSA? This is the encrypted format. ED and RSA is the encrypted format. You can use any one of them. Okay. Both are fine. And here, don't give any spaces. When you're creating a key, don't give any spaces. Select your prem. So just give a name, RSA, select your format, it will create. Now, while creating, what will happen? It will go and sit in your downloads folder. Wait for it to sit in downloads folder properly. Yeah, it is downloaded. And your key is selected here. And leave the network settings. We are not going to network settings because we are selecting a default network. We'll come back to network settings when we learn your AWS. So this is, you leave as it is. And then last is your storage. Like you decide, right? How much should be a C drive, how much should be my C drive, or how much should be my storage, right? This is by default 10 GB hard disk, 10 GB hard disk, which is good. Okay. So only 5 steps you have. You can increase your size again, but default is 10. So I'm leaving it as 10. So name, you can give any name which you can identify. EMI, which is operating system image, you can select your Red Hat, which is standard. Instance type, which is T3 micro, which is a filter eligible, which is minimal for us. Okay. And then keeper, you have keeper login. We have a keeper login where you can use your keeper login, then your network settings, and then your configure storage, right? And you can see the summary of this. You can see the complete summary. It will give you all the information, what all things they are giving free, okay? And what are the summary of your the things you just selected, right? Now click on launch instance. Now whatever you did so far, everything is documented, okay, in the same AWS account creation. So you can refer here in the later on, you can refer from here. Everything what is created so far is recorded here. It's recorded here. Right? No. So successful. Now you can go back or click on view all instances. You can see your machine is running. So your how to launch or create a machine is successfully done. Okay, your machine is successfully created. It is running. Okay, your machine is successfully done. It is now done. Right? And now, so there are a lot more things to read in this, like what are the checks and etc. things, but we'll not go into it this. But now our goal is what? Just to create a machine, just to connect. Again, when we come to your detailed AWS machine creation, so that time we'll speak about each and every tab what we have, and we'll talk about it, right? So now click on connect. Select this machine, click on connect. Now we need to connect. Okay, now to connect our EC2 instance. So click on connect. And here we prefer always SSH client. We always prefer your SSH client. We always prefer the SSH client. Okay. We always prefer the SSH client. Okay. So now what are the different SSH client we have? For OpenSSH, I told you, right? For PEM, you have this one. For PPQ, you have this one. So select as per your requirement. As we didn't create PPK, we'll be creating PPK in the next run. Now first we'll go with AWS Cloud Shell. Okay. So now SSH client, right? Go with SSH client. What is saying? Open SSH client. So can you see this? Can you see my hand? Okay. There's something called Cloud Shell. Right click, open a new tab. Right click, open a new tab. So a Cloud Shell will open now. Cloud Shell will open now. Now it is saying AWS Cloud Shell is a browser-based shell that gives you command and access to your AWS resources. Fine. So close this one. Let the Cloud Shell get prepared. So Cloud Shell is ready. Open a client. We opened a client. It is here. I did right click on this. I opened it. Locate your private key file. Okay. So private key file. Okay. So where is the private key file? It's in my downloads. It's in my downloads. Okay. How can I locate it? Go to actions. Upload a file. Okay. Upload a file. Go to actions. Upload a file. And then go to your downloads. And now upload the key here. Upload your PEM key here. Okay. Upload your PEM key here. It is successfully uploaded. Just type a command called ls lrt. Now, what are here? Everything is. So if you see here, okay, open Cloud Shell. Okay, I have recorded everything with the proper arrows. How do you upload a file? Okay, and then how do you run this command? Right, everything is here, right? So now ls command you run it. So there's an older key. Let me remove this old key. Ignore that command. So again, you'll be learning in detail ls command. What is ls command? ls command is used for listing the files. Okay, listing the files and directories. What are the file we uploaded? We just listing that. Okay, again we'll learn in detail in your Linux. Now go with the flow. Second step is what? Locative drive. We did that. Third is chmod. So copy this is what? To ensure the key is not publicly available. So they are just setting some permissions with the chmod command. Chmod is again one concept in Linux. It's permission concept. Okay, to change or modify a permission, we use a change or modify your permissions of that file, right? So we are changing the permission. You can see from read, write, read. We're going to only read, write, read. We're going on into read. We're going on into the The read, fine. No. Then what is the next step we have? Next step is example connect. Okay. Open SS client, we open the Cloud Shell. You open a Cloud Shell. Second step, it asks you to locate a private key file. How did you locate? By uploading that file. And then you verify with the ls command. And then run the chmod to change the permissions. We have changed the permission from read write to read. And then next is copy example command and simply paste it here. And just say yes. And just say yes. Just say yes. Okay. This is how you connect your machine. Okay, again watch it here. I'll open a new environment. I'll close the existing one. I'll close the existing one. So very first, open SSH client. Yes, we opened SSH client, which is here. Second is locate your private key file. What do you do for locating? This is only one time. I don't need to do repeat again. Once you upload it, it is there already. So go to upload, select your key, and click on open. It will upload the file. Okay, it's already uploaded. We can see this file here. And then chmod. This is to change the permission. One time, guys, not required again and again. Okay, it's already done, so not required again and again. And then here SSH command, copy SSH command. Okay, copy your SSH command. Okay, the file is here, copy SSH command. It will just make a connection to your machine. Now you can do your Linux operations. Okay, this is one way of connect. This is one way of connecting. Okay, second way of connecting is with your command prompt. So the how did you connect your how did you do your terminal AWS Cloud Shell? Similar way you can do with your terminal. You can do with your terminal. You can do with your terminal. Fine. So now with the command prompt, what you'll do, just open a command prompt. So you can go to your command prompt CMD. So you can open a command. Next is what is the step? Next step, open a client shell. Yes, we open a command prompt. Locate your private key file. Where is the private key file? So just do CD downloads. Just do CD downloads. It's in downloads there. Just point it in the downloads. And then this third command chmod will not work in case of your command prompt because it is not a Linux command. In case of your Mac, it will work. In case of your Mac, it will work. So already for this, what is? Go to the key. Right click, show more options, properties, and make it read only. Right. So right click, make it read only. Once you do that one, go and copy SSH command and simply paste it here. Okay, your machine will be connected. Just say yes, and your machine is connected. That's it. Your machine is connected. Again, watch it. So just open a command prompt, locate your private key file, just do CD downloads. Private key file. Chmod will not work. Alternative is what? Right click and make it read only. You can right click and make it read only in that. Okay, and then SSH code. Okay. Next is you can also connect with your Git bash. You can also connect with a Git bash. So if you have a Git bash in your system, fine. If you don't have, go and download it. Go and download. You'll get in the internet. It's just executable file. Just a software. Just double click and install it and follow the instructions. You have Git bash for Mac as well. If you have someone as a Mac, go with Mac. Okay. You can also use your right. Let me increase the size. So here also do the same thing. Open a comma. What is saying? Open a cloud shell. So I open a SSH client, which is a open SSH client. I open a git bash. It's saying locate your private key file. Yes, I located to CD downloads. And then chmod will look in the, it will work. Not required. Once you run this, not required. But It will take a page time. And then right click, paste it. New machine started. Same, just go to cd downloads, run your chmod command. This is also not required because if you already done that one in that location, it is not required. Just run sh command. Okay. Only for the first time we do that. Only for the first time we do that. Okay. And similarly, you have something called mobile stub. Okay, these are so all of them is not required, guys. Any one, whichever you're convenient, go with that. Okay, whichever it is possible for you, which is convenient, go with that. Okay, I'm just showing you all of them, but not required all of them. Any one is fine. Any way, one way of connection is fine. Any one way of connection is fine. Go to your mobile system. Okay, for mobile system, what you need is you need to copy your either you can copy your host name or your IP address, anything else. I'll copy the IP address of the machine. I'll copy the public IP of the machine. So copy a public IP. Perfect. Session, click on session, SSH, remote host, and specify your username. Username is EC2 user, and then go to advanced SSH settings. Use your private key. Browse that private key, and then open it. And your machine will be connected. And your machine will be connected. Your machine is connected. So what you did, you went to SSH, a session, SSH, give your IP address, give your username. Select this one, give your username properly. Go to advanced setting, use your private key, select your okay, private key location, select your private key location, and then click on OK. And then click on OK. Right. So these are your different ways of connecting your machines. You can connect with AWS Cloud Shell, command prompt. If you have Mac, go with terminal, git bash, and mobile stuff. Right? And once you complete your activity, you can go and either stop your machine, reboot your machine. Reboot means restart your machine, and terminate means delete. Okay, I recommend always delete your machine right after your activity so that your hands will smooth. Okay, by creating and deleting the machines. Okay, so this machine will go in your shutdown state. Machine will go in the shutdown state. Okay. Now let's recreate once again, and this time we'll use your PPK. This time we'll use a PPK. Click on launch instance. And this time I'll name it as web server. And if you want to select a different operating system, okay, you can want to select a different operating system, you can select a different operating system. Okay, maybe I want to select Amazon Linux. Okay, let it be Amazon Linux. No issues. Let it be Amazon Linux. Okay, what the default is, let it be default Amazon Linux. Okay. Now you select your instance type, it is C3 marker, which is free type. Okay. You can select more than the required CPU RAM, but this is sufficient. And then key pair, we have only the PEM key pair. I want PPK this time. I want PPK this time. What I can do is NUS Virginia PPK key. NUS Virginia PPK key. And this time I'll use PPK. Okay, I'll use PPK here. So give a name RSA and PPK. And now go and create a key pair. Leave the network settings as it is, and 8 GB storage is default, let it be 8 GB, fine. So what you selected? Name, AMI, your instance type, which is your CPU and RAM. Okay, your key pair and your network settings as it is, and leave the hard disk. Fine. Just go and launch your machine. Fine. So view all instances. Okay, this machine is terminated, but the entry of this machine will go in sometime. It is not in our hand. It might take half an hour, 1 hour, or 2 hours, or more than a day. Also, it might take to go from here. The entry will go from here, but it will take for a longer time. Now we are connecting with the putty. So for putty one, what I'll do, I'll just you need to have a putty in your system. It's executable. In case you don't have putty, go and download a putty file. Go and download a putty file. Okay. So this is a putty one. So what you can do is copy a public IP address. Copy a new public IP address of that machine and just type ec2-user at the rate public IP address. ec2-user at that public IP address and leave your settings. Okay. So ec2 at the rate public IP address, and then go to this connection SSH auth credentials. SSH connection SSH auth credentials, and browse your credentials from here. Browse your credentials from here, and now select your PPK key and click on OK. So what I did, okay, I gave that user at that IP address, and then I go to connection SSH all credentials, and I selected the key from our downloads folder, and now your machine should be connected. Now your machine should be connected. Your machine should be connected. Okay, your machine should be connected. So again, if you want to observe, so copy a public IP address, click on your search for your putty, and type ec2-user at the rate IP address, close all of them, and go to your connection SSH auth credentials. And click on open. Okay, your machine will be connected. Your machine will be connected. You can expand it, or you can increase the font or something for this if you want to expand it for increase the font. Okay. This is how your machine is connected. Okay. So different ways of connecting a machine, but prefer any one of the way, whichever is convenient. Go with any one of the way. Okay. Not mandatory all the way of connection is required. And once you complete the activity, again go and click on terminate. Okay. So this will go in terminate state now. We need to wait for it to go to terminate state. Okay. Once it goes in terminate state, as I mentioned here, okay, all resource count sheet is 0 except one security, right? So it's still setting up. Okay, so go to your dashboard and make sure everything is 0 except one security group. And if there are key pairs, that is also fine. These key pairs are fine. Okay, no need to worry about key pairs. Do not charge you anything. Key pairs are free. Okay, so let it be there. We'll reuse for the next session. Okay, we'll reuse for the next session. Reuse for the next session. So two instances will go in sometime. Security will I clean up now, and then your key pairs. Okay, which is fine. Okay, let's wait for the machine to terminate completely. And when they can, yeah, both are terminated. Now go back to the dashboard, click on your security group, and then you'll find two additional security loops. Okay. Even if you try to delete this default, it will not delete because that is default one. Just type delete and your security loop is deleted. Refresh it and go back to your dashboard. So this is what your machine creation is. Okay. So don't worry, again, we'll be repeating this one. We'll be doing this daily on the daily basis. Daily, I'll be creating a machine, daily, I'll be deleting a machine. Okay, before your practicals and after your practicals, fine. So just try to create an account, okay, and be ready with the account. I'll be showing you machine creation again, okay, in the coming classes, and then we'll be doing a practical of your Linux set. Okay. So we'll be studying a Linux module first, okay, which will be hitting your Linux module, right? Okay. Any questions, guys? Any questions, any queries and doubts? Any questions, any queries and doubts?
We are good, Sagar. Thank you.
Fine. So mostly I don't think I can upload here. If I can upload, I will upload it here. You can take it from here, but I don't think I can upload it here. It's uploading. Just download it. I'll share it to the institute as well. They'll try to send it to you. Okay. So download both of them. Okay. Try to download both of them. Okay. I'll ask them to forward you some. Okay. I'll forward to them. They will also forward. Okay.
Sure, Sagar. Thank you.
Thank you guys. See you tomorrow, same time. Okay?
Thanks, everyone. Good day.
Thank you.